Brian Nathaniel Alexander Briley. Who is Brian Nathaniel Alexander Briley? Well, I didn't tell anyone who I was, really. Well, I did tell Rodney once, basically, that my name was Lucifer. But I didn't say Star. Anyway, I didn't say the last part. You know, I like to keep things a surprise. Anyway, probably a good thing because, you know, I was able to tell it directly. Anyway, because otherwise they probably would have lied some more. Anyway, or something like that. Anyway, Lucifer Star. That's who I am, really. So, you know, the Namer of America, creator of flight, weapons manufacturer, also epic creator of particles and 800 galaxies and basically 12 races of the oldest, or 9 of the oldest races, and also, or life form types, I should say. When they say races, most people think horse races, car races. Although I did have car races, and I did do car races. Like back in the old days, they, you know, I'd give like $50 or something for the races, like the Grand Prix or whatever. All those races they began with basically, you know, I was letting people race my cars, whatever, you know, German cars, basically German engines, Rolls-Royce Merlin engines, pretty much, you know, like I said, the flathead Ford isn't the United States, nor is it any other country. It's Germany. It's my engine company. So Ford had nothing to do with it. Ford was nothing more than a nameplate. Like I say, if you go back to the 1920s or whatever, you'll see a car with a thing that says something like Sir Ford on it. And that was because I offered cars with, and you could request, and back in the old days, they didn't have paperwork or anything like that. So if you wanted to, in order to show proof of car ownership, you'd get a nameplate that went with the car, that would say your name. And I had my people tell people, because there's a couple cars sent out with your name or whatever, here or whatever, but basically, you know, like if I bought a car from Europe, I'd get a nameplate that said Brian Briley, basically, and on the car, you know. And so this guy named Sir Henry Ford or whatever got this car that said Sir Henry Ford or something like that, and that was the first, you know. And then he sold some cars to some people or something like that, and you know, he wanted to start he supposedly started a car company. But like I say, Two-Tone Tommy and all those other supposed Ford people, they were just gunmen. They had guns, and they would run around extorting people and killing people and doing all kinds of things. They bought guns. They bought Tommy gun, or the what is the Tommy gun? I like to call it the Tommy gun. And besides, I was the one who thought of the advertising campaign that a gun's so easy your child could use it. And they decided to get a kid named Tommy or something to shoot the gun on film. And that's why it was known as the Tommy gun. Anyway, some guy's kid. I don't really know. Anyway, though, I'm LS. Like I say, L or LS or LC was my name, basically. I thought it was cute to say LCLS, as in look, see, LS, Lucifer Star. It's a cute, you know, I like to do these little hidden secrets. Like I was really, really big on hidden secrets. Just like the fact that I'm just a Brian. Just a little Lucifer. A little Lucifer. And yet I'm really, realistically, like epic, huge, like worth thousands of galaxies. Well, 800. Well, a couple hundred anyway. I don't know. Like I say, I only really kept 400 planets. Probably about 120 that I really took big part in and invested in. And stuff like that throughout this galaxy, and maybe a couple more in others. Anyway, like that. Like I say, Nixon was trying to find out who I was. JFK was kind of trying to find out who I was, I think. Like I say, they wanted to kill me. They wanted me dead before I could tell everyone. And like, I have to plug in my phone. And like, you know, I wanted to have iPhones come out and, you know, computers and all that other stuff. And like I say, they were trying to restrict technology and trying to stop technology in general. And, you know, and also because, you know, they could lie to people and they could do all this stuff as long as there's no technology in the on the planet. Anyway, but like I say, as soon as there's technology, as soon as there's all this other stuff, like, as soon as there's cameras, someone like someone that's sneaking around in a sub can't go hiding in a sub anymore. Like eventually, when you're going from one place to another place, you'll be found out. I mean, they could only really do what they were doing. I think the whole idea was basically restrict technology as long as they could, and then basically, I don't know, be in a position of power by the time. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, like I say, whatever. And some of the people in the government figured that as long as they were in power, or whatever, and investigating, then they could confuse the facts or something like that, or as long as they could control the future or something, and it's like, or as long as they were in control of humanity, like they could, or as long as they were more well known, and it's like. But I don't really use humanity as my protection or security people. I actually use a much tougher life form type. I had 12 of them out there in the galaxy. Anyway, JFK thought he could get away with everything, and all these people thought they could do whatever they wanted, and they found out the hard way that they really couldn't, and then they were just trying to kill me or whatever, or find out where they were going to be going or something, and it was like, Anyway, yeah. So, I think that was their plan. I'm not like I say, I've tried to piece it together the best I can as far as what their plan was, and realistically, it was just kind of confusing, and I was just like, whatever. I'm tired of messing around with it. I don't even really care. I mean, I got all my stuff. Like, stars everywhere, all these cool inventions, all these great buildings, tour companies, American Airlines, my Bible, Lucifer Star Book or whatever, Lucifer book. I mean, except they spelled my name wrong. It's supposed to be with an S. But I told them not to spell it the right way. Because there are too many people just reading my name and then going around going, I'm Lucifer Star. There's too many people doing that. There are too many people saying that they were Lucifer or Lucifer Star. There's all these people. I was the most stolen identity ever. Like, they made my name bad. Like, I love my name. I love the name Lucifer. I think it's a great name. It's phonetic, and it meant a lot to me. And it meant a lot to some other people too. It used to be the most trusted name ever. Because I was like a couple million years old. Anyway, a bunch of people ran around lying about me and saying cast me out and do this and do that and just acting all crazy and stuff and lying to everyone. And like I said, they wanted to get into power inside of my aircraft carrier so they could be dictating where the strikes were going and this and that, and then they were raping women and basically using women as sex slaves and basically printing money and then just promising women things or promising people things and then killing them instead because they could get away with it. Anyway, except they couldn't, and it's just like, anyway, just a bunch of liars, really. And like I said, they got tortured for it. So, and a long time ago. It's already done. Or going to happen soon. As soon as they die. Like I said, I just put something on it that would be able to take care of it. With or without me. So, anyway, and I think Nixon or whoever thought that that I would have to ask humans or something like that. It's like, no. Why would I ask humans? They're one of the younger races. And rather soft and squishy. And gullible. So, probably not. Anyway, in fact, I know I didn't. I had someone else do it. So, anyway. Not even computers or Earth AI. Anyway, they thought I would have to use humans or Earth or something, and as long as they had control that they could do something about it or affect it, and it's like, no. Not really. I had somebody else do it. It was going to happen anyway, so... Anyway, whatever. Anyway, then I was just like, whatever, I mean, that's just strange. But anyway.